Hello, my name is Dwayne Ferguson, and I'm the chair of the business department here at Panola College, and also your instructor for BMGT 1327, Principles of Management. And I just wanted to welcome you to the course and to give you an overview of how your course is set up in Canvas. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And when you log into your Canvas course, it ought to look like this. On the splash page, um, it should tell you about the course, what the course is about. And of course, it's all about supervisory roles or management roles. I've given you some just preliminary information about that. I'll replace this video here. This is a 16-week course. So in the 16-week course, just small chunks as we go along. Everything that we do in this course will be done in the modules, so I put a link to it here, but it's also right here. So down at the bottom is probably the most important thing on this page, and that's a way you can contact me. If you're working in Canvas, and you just need to send me a message real quickly, I would use people over here. Just click people, click my name, send me a message. And what's good about that is it shows me what course you're in, and then your question I know is related to that particular course. So that's probably the best way to get a hold of me. Um, I always answer email, within that 24-hour period. So if you email me something today while I'm at work, you're definitely going to get an email back. If it's overnight, then it'll be in the morning before I email you back. But it'll be rather quick turnaround. I did put my email address, my Panola email address outside of Canvas in here for you, my phone number, and I've got voicemail. So if you need me, you can always leave a message if I'm not in the office. And then my office is room 205, first office on the left as you come up the stairs in the Gillette Technology Building here on the Carthage campus. My office hours, I posted them here, but you are welcome to come by anytime, 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock every day. If you're driving except for Friday, I'm going to be here only through lunch on Friday. But if you're driving from a long way away, you probably want to email me ahead of time, set up an appointment so make sure I'm not in a meeting or outside the office for some reason. So anyway, that's probably the most important part of this splash page. You'll always have that information available to you. Um, but this course is all set up in modules, and all your instructions are in the modules. So I know that some of you rely on this little to-do list over here that comes up in the bottom right-hand corner, or the calendar. And trust me, you don't want to do that in this course. You want to go to modules, and you want to go here and click on each thing in the modules, because the only thing you're going to see in your to-do list are going to be the things that are assigned: discussion, self-assessment, whatever it is. And I've got all this other stuff I want you to do. So always go to modules, and I will go to modules 2 or 3 times a week. Make sure I haven't sent you something new in announcements or whatever, or sent you an email, posted something in announcements. But let's just quickly go over this. I want you to go through the introduction, the about your textbook. This is the textbook we're using. Yes, it is a 2014 textbook. It is old. It is out of print. And so a used textbook, either from the college store or just going on Chegg or somewhere and buying it and getting it sent to you, is great. I mean, I want you to get the cheapest um, version of this textbook you can. No supplemental materials needed, no DVDs, nothing that you have to buy extra. So this is still a good textbook on management or supervisory roles. So get you a copy of that the very first day of school. Start working on that. If you need help, by the way, on that, let me know. Um, I want you to download the syllabus, so you can just click on that link, go in and read the syllabus. And the next thing, by the way, I'm just hitting next on each one of these. And the next thing is a syllabus verification. So all of our classes now we're required to have you do a syllabus verification showing that you've read the syllabus. And so what I decided to do is just give you extra points. So when you do that, the 5 extra points will go on your first case discussion. So next, and the next thing is if you need a computer, got computers, say Surface Pro computers available over in the library that you can check out for your classes. Um, it is first come, first serve. So you just drop by the library or call them, tell them you need to check one out, and they can set you up. By the way, we have labs here on campus. There's a lab on the second floor of the library. There are other labs around campus that you can use if you would rather come up and work in a computer lab. So let's see. So you would hit next on each one of these. I'll just go back to modules for just a second. But go through that introduction module, get your free points on the syllabus thing. And you can see that I have the modules set up for each one of these. So module 1 is August the 18th to the 24th. And it has you, I'll just click on this first. By the way, you can see I have them all set up down through here. What I'm going to do is just turn them loose to you in small bites. So on the module 1, you just click read chapter 1 and it'll come up and tell you what to do. You can see that these chapters are very short. So this one's only 12 pages or so long. And so what I did was I asked you to read the chapter, and then I gave you a summary and a set of notes that you can use as well. So you just download that set of notes. It's really short. It's just 2 pages. It doesn't obviously tell you everything that's in the chapter, but it kind of gives you. I like things like this where it's in a list, or something like that. It's helpful to me studying. So if it's helpful to you, that's great. But you'll read the chapter. You can download my notes if you want to, and then you'll hit next. Um, I'll just go back here to the module here for a second. There's either a discussion or a self-assessment or both in each module that we do. So the discussions, I'll just click on this first one. It's due on August 24th. It gives you a scenario of something that's taken place. Usually there's a conversation that takes place, and you've read all the stuff in chapter 1. And so when it gets down here to the bottom, I'm asking you things like 2 managerial skills discussed in chapter 1. Well, you got that information right there in front of you. So this is not something you have to do any research on. You've already got the answers. And then this second question says, do you think he should? This is, your opinion. It's not a right or wrong answer. So on these problems, I don't want you to use any AI tools. I don't want you to use ChatGPT. I want these to be written in your own words. So you can see I want 2 paragraphs, no AI tools. And I'm not grading your spelling. I'm grading did you use what I gave you in the chapter to come up with your answer? And then in the second one, did you give me your opinion and give me some reasons why or why not? So anyway, these discussions are set up um, just to make you think about what you've already read in the chapter and how you can apply it to a management situation. Let me hit next here. Yours won't look exactly like mine, but a lot of these chapters will have a little self-assessment in it. So if you're thinking about maybe working in a management role, I mean, there's management roles here. I'm in a management role, I guess, here at the college. There's management roles in every type of business. And so if you are thinking about going into a manager's role, a supervisor's role, um, these little self-assessments will help you figure out if this is the right fit for you, if it's a good career for you. So the very first thing is download the personal interest inventory. There's a little drop down right here, and you can click it, open it up. By the way, you have to have a computer with Word on it, and So the machines, the Surface Pros I was talking about, they all come with Word already installed. But anyway, there's a little personal interest inventory, and you can click on it, and each one of these it gives you instructions, but it says which activity interests you most. So, do you work with your hands? You like working with your hands? You like working with people most, or you like just reading books by yourself? And so you're going through here and you're choosing. Um, which one gets number one, two, and three, you know? So it's as you go through here, you'll just um, let's see what it says. For each question, assign more points to the response you prefer and fewer points in order of preference to the others. For example, if one response received 3 points, the other two must receive zero. If one receives two, then the others must receive one and zero. So you're trying to get 3 points total. So if you say, okay, well, I like to work with my hands most of the time, but I also like to work with people. And so you can put that through two and one. And so something like that, you know? So you're trying to get 3 points total. And if you say, okay, I like working with my hands, I don't like working with people at all, make it three, make this one zero. Okay, so anyway, you'll work through each one of these. Um, and then down at the bottom, there's a little grid. So, like on number one, how much did you put for A? You put three in there, and I said, okay, I don't like to work with people and I don't like to work with ideas. I like to work with my hands. Okay, so you'll go through and then you'll total them up down here, and you'll have an idea of um, how you scored, whether you like to work with things, people, or ideas. So the totals will tell you. So then I have a place for two of your responses down at the bottom. Do not skimp on these. This is the reflection piece for each of these self-assessments. In other words, you're just filling out a form here. When you get down to the end, this is the thing that I need, that I want. So, you know, did you learn anything from the self-assessment? Was it accurate? Do you think it's right? Uh, so anyway, and then those skills, how could you use them as a manager? So you'll have two paragraphs to write me. When I say paragraphs, I'm talking about, 5 or 6 sentences. Make it a well thought out paragraph. And I'm not talking about a novel. So anyway, you have to have Word to open this up and use it. Of course, if you just printed it um, out of Word, you could fill it in by hand, but I would like you to do it in Word. And so I've listed here the ones in the on the Surface Pros. They're all set up with 2019. They're ready to go. If you're running Office 365, I will have to check it out and make sure it's working over there, all the little drop down menus and stuff. But anyway, all of these modules are set up about the same. So you can see here's the second module. It just has you read a chapter and do a discussion. And so we'll do, I think, 5 chapters, and then we'll have our first test. So I've got it all laid out. I'm going to just release it in pieces to you so that you don't get overwhelmed with all the stuff that we're trying to do. Also, after the 24th, module two, I'll move it up to the top where you'll be able to see, okay, that's what's required next. Now I'll just change the order where it's up to the top and you can see it or get to it easier. Of course, announcements. I probably don't have much in here right now, just a welcome to the course, but I always will post announcements during the week. I will send out emails during the week, especially to remind you, like on these two things are due on the 24th. So, right here, I'm definitely going to post something in announcements and send you an email reminding you on the morning of the 24th, probably, hey, that these two things are required by a certain time. So get an early start on it. Don't wait till the 24th to start working on this stuff. Just in case you have problems, you can always get some help. So start on those early every week and don't wait till the last minute. By the way, all of my assignments are due at 11 o'clock. So I know some of your instructors do 11:59. So it'll tell you on the discussion it's due at 11 o'clock on the 24th, and I'll send you a reminder about that. Of course, you can always look at your grades in the grades link. You can always click on people and send a message to me or anybody else in the class. And then there are some things here, just some extra support materials here if you need it. Um, so pretty easy setup, I think, on the course. Um, but if there's anything that gives you trouble during the semester, let me know. Um, don't wait. If you're having trouble with something, don't wait all week. Don't wait 2 weeks. If you miss an assignment, don't wait 2 weeks to try to get back in. You want to keep up and be, stay current on everything I'm posting out there, so that, you get all the points that are out there. So if you need anything during the semester, let me know, and I hope you have a good semester.